Yo. Oh man. That doesn't work sometimes. Okay, we're up to 22. I just watched the FIFA, bro. It looks so good at first half. Were we tied or was it 1-0 and then they beat us? They beat us 3-1. Fucking hell. Well, they said during the match that New Zealand was the lowest ranked team in the competition at the start. So, at least we tied against Iran and stuff. Depressing though. Really sad. I wanted to win, bro. I wanted to win. That would have been so cool. You know, we got one goal and then they beat us 3-1. Yeah. That's just sad, bro. How would I listen to my depressing playlist? This is so we're gonna get knocked out, bro. Da, 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 da. Bro, why'd we have to lose? Now we're lost. We're lost now. We used to be fast equal. Fucking hell. Let's play something nice. Who do I cheer for now? Like South Korea or something. China's not even in it, bro. Holy shit. Whoops. They have only appeared in 2022. That's crazy. 0-7 lost to Japan is insane. Gotcha. They lost to Mexico, bro. All that stress of watching it, just to lose. Lost again. Heartbreak for all whites as Egypt pile on the goals in the second half. It was 1-0 in the first half. And then we lost 3-1. They haven't even won a game in the World Cup before. Fucking hell. I don't think we'll win against Belgium. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Dun, 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 Uh-huh. How did they do that? That happened. I put this as my Tinder song. Was that a bad idea? I do like it, but I feel like it'll throw people off. Just gonna check Discord. I got 2 direct messages. Oh, I don't. Why do I watch it, bro? You know we were gonna lose. Come on. It was looking so good at the start when it was like 1-0. I was like, damn, maybe they're actually good now. No, why get your hopes up, bro? New Zealand does terribly in football always. Like, what are we doing? Why are we playing? Why do we even compete? They're on the end because they beat out the Oceanian teams, which were total garbage, by the way. There was no competition in Oceania, right? Fucking trash. Oh my god, what is a lag? Fucking hell. Bro, why is this Rockstar dog shit open? Go away. Go away. Get off. Go away. Jesus Christ. Now what is it? It's gone up. It's going up. Jesus Christ. How's my CPU so high as well? What is using CPU on Chrome? The fuck? GPU. What the fuck? This is insane. Okay, it's gone down now. Australia got beat as well. They didn't even score against the US. They lost 0-2. That's crazy, bro. I ate pizza, but it made me throw up like really, really badly. So I was thinking, why don't I get it very often? Yeah, well, I've written it down now because that's probably the reason why I only got it like one time and not again after. Because it's like really bad to throw up. What the fuck? Why is everyone so far away? Lame ass server. TN gang gang. Dumbass. Who cares about this Iran stuff? It doesn't matter. It's like Ukraine now. Fuck. Stupid country can't even win FIFA matches, bro. What kind of place is this? I bet we're even worse than Australia, aren't we? Why, just because they got more people and more money? Come on. Is that all it is? People and money, right? So is that all that matters? What's Egypt's budget? Hurry up. I'm getting the encoding error thing. Oh my fucking god, bro. Why does it do this shit? That's even worse. Jesus Christ. Biggest defeat was to Australia. That sucks. 0-10. What's the ranking? Current ranking is 85th. Fucking hell. 85th versus 29th. We were never gonna win, bro. What's the Iranian team's ranking? 20th. It's insane that we even tied with them, bro. They're way ahead. This is crazy, bro. Jesus Christ. How many times have we won, bro? Oh, Australia's in it as well. Okay. Yes, Australia, New Zealand, and Tahiti is the only other country that's won one. How many have they played? How many have there been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. New Zealand has been in top 4 in 11 out of 10 of them. Jesus Christ. Australia is also no longer a member. Okay. Well, that's interesting. He's dead. Muerto. Muerto. Está muerto. No, 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 no. Fucking hell. Just a time of my life. Morning. Vada Pav, I've heard of those. My father's making like this nice curry thing. Go away, ants. Oh my god, get off my wall. Go back to your ant hill. Ant. Whatever. Yeah, well, he's lucky, isn't he? Oh, fuck all, bro. Shitty life. Shitty life it is. Used to be so good, I had so much potential, bro. And it wasn't just potential, like, I actually enjoyed my life in the past. I don't... What's to enjoy about things now? Nothing. There's nothing to enjoy about it. It sucks. Fucking sucks. It's a shitty life now. It's just what happens sometimes. Things go to shit. It's just how it happens. Oh well. Oh well. What happened to Egypt, bro? I mean, like, really, like, how did they go from, like, advanced civilization to, like, backwater? It's still a backwater. It's still poor. Who the fuck is that? Who's fish potatoes? Fish what? Who is that, bro? Who the fuck is fish potatoes? Who is this? I do not know who this is. Electric Collid. Holy shit, this guy must be ancient. I'm getting, 2 filled, like, tomato something dosa. Really expensive. And 2 vada pav, which is like bread with potato. I saw it in a documentary, it looks good. This Indian food's so expensive, bro. They come here and then charge like 10 times the amount for the food. Come on, man. It can't cost 10 times the amount to produce. It's gotta be like a 50% markup or something, bro. Seriously. It's at least 50%, bro. They're getting rich, aren't they? Yeah, they are. And all the cheap Indian food tastes like shit, because it's like terrible quality. They all want to make heaps of money, bro. It's like it's there, but you gotta be rich to afford it. It's like, that's the case, right? Eso es la casa. La casa. El casa. I'm making shit up. I don't know how to say it in Spanish. How do you say it in Spanish? Pull it up. I think you say noise for isn't it? That you just say así es. Oh, so easy. That's so easy, isn't it? Así es means like that's right or like that's how it is. Así es, no? Así es. How would you say that's the case though? Ese es el caso. Caso, right? I was getting that. I kind of said that. Ese es el caso. No? Ese es el caso, no? Así es. Así. What's this one called? Lucky guy. And his wife's like Asian. Bro, wedding alive. For real. It's kind of beside the point, but, you know, I guess that's extra. Was she an actor or something? Wasn't she on like Zack and Cody or something? Isn't that who his wife is? Brenda Song. Wasn't she the one on Zack and Cody? Barely watched that. That's her, right? I'm pretty sure that's her. Is that someone else? She's on Zack and Cody, right? The fuck? Am I wrong? Am I totally wrong? Maybe it was someone else. Fuck, I don't even know. I know she was on TV. She was in The Social Network. I don't remember that. It could have been someone totally different. She was on it. Okay, I knew it. Oh my god, bro. I'm like, is this someone who just looks exactly like her? And is just, yeah, she was on Zack and Cody. That's right. I'm sure she was on I'm sure she was on the one where they're on a boat or something, right? I don't know. Who was she in Jake Long? I like that show. That was cool. American Dragon. That was on when I was in like, when we were in Dunedin. I was like 5 or 6. And I remember this girl in my class was like, "Do you watch American Dragon?" That was cool. People seemed so mature for like fucking 5 years old back then. It's weird. Like at that school at least. What did it say? Had a voice role. There was a lot of like Chinese American influence stuff back in the early 2000s because China was like opening up and then they stopped doing it, I guess. Maybe she's an additional voice. Holy shit, there are a lot. Oh, Tracy. I don't know who that is. It was a cool show though. It was like Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I wasn't allowed to watch. There's a lot of like kind of Asian influence stuff when I was growing up. There was this guy, like, I think he was like Japanese or something in my year. I don't know. I think he was like Japanese when I was like 5 or 6. He got me like a Beyblade for my birthday, way before Beyblades were like a really popular thing. It was like an original one. And it was like I had no idea how to like build it. It was so hard to like put together. So I never really built it. So like reception. There's not a reception. It's cool. Things were so much cooler when I was young, bro. You had like Chinese, you had like characters who were like cool because they were smart. You had like anti-heroes, like kind of Ben 10 was kind of like an anti-hero in a sense. It's quite diverse. Stuff seems a bit boring these days, you know. Got no edge to it these days. A lot of stuff got no edge to it these days. It's not as cool as it used to be. Give me a smart lead. Give me an anti-hero lead. Give me a, you know, give me a like Chinese in the West lead. That'd be cool. They don't really do that anymore. Chinese guy in the West. How many times have you seen that? It's just like never made. It's funny how when they do DEI and shit, like they just skip Asians. Or they do, sometimes they do Asian women. It's never Asian men. Maybe like Shang-Chi, but I don't know. I don't think that was very good. I didn't watch it. It just didn't interest me. It looks like a kung fu movie. Simu Liu is kind of a funny guy, you know what I mean? He's got this like social media presence where he kind of comes off as a bit like weird and a bit like kind of incel a bit. It's funny. I don't know. It's giving it kind of. I don't want to say reinforces, but it did. It, it it kind of reflects like this certain type of like Asian man a bit, where they're like a bit resentful, and it expresses itself in a weird way. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really say because I don't know them that well. I don't really know any Asian men who've grown up in the West. I guess yeah, they weren't really Christian Asian men. The only Asian men I know are like international students and then like doctors and I don't know that sort of thing. I had like terrible psychiatrist who was an Asian guy, but I mean, he was like a fucking whitewashed, fucking assimilated kind of guy, right? He was like serving white people, serving white New Zealand, basically. Probably took it out on me that I was like not the way he wanted people to be. Like, you're supposed to be like this if you're in New Zealand, bro. That's what he was like. I hate people like that, bro. They're disgusting. Fucking Uncle Tom. That's what he was like. Reinforcing New Zealand white majority culture, even though he wasn't white majority himself. This is how they get prestige, is by becoming like police officers in a sense. It's fucking bullshit. And then they just reinforce the same culture that harms other people. This is fucking bullshit. How am I stuck? Bro, I can't get out. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ, bro. This guy wasn't just an Uncle Tom, bro. This guy was like fully like. This guy was like whiter than me, bro. Like, offensively, so. Probably why he had such a hate fetish for me, bro. It's like attacking his, like, father or something, you know what I mean? That's my, like, psychoanalysis. Sees in me traits of people who's been taught through probably growing up here are bad things. So he's repressed them, then he sees someone else acting like that, and he has to attack them, therefore. He has to reinforce the, you know, the order. Guy was whiter than me, bro. Whiter than me. You can tell these people as well when they're assimilated. Like, their facial expressions and everything are totally different. It's disgusting. I hate that guy, bro. Fucking slave. That was disgusting. I swear he had insight as well. You know? I swear he knew exactly what he was doing. Right? He knew exactly what he was doing and he still did it. It's disgusting. I swear this guy had, like, total insight into, like, the harm that he was causing and all that shit. And, like, why this shit was being done, but he did it anyway, because that's the kind of person he is. Bunch of sadistic pieces of shit in those mental hospitals, bro, seriously. Most of them are. Fucking hate those people, bro. Fucking hate psychiatrists. Most of the nurses were fucking terrible as well, especially the higher up ones. They kept me there for, like, months. It's crazy. It was like 2 months. And then they gave me this medication, which, like, I had really bad side effects to. And then they put me back in for, like, another 3 weeks or something. Later on. Fucking bullshit. If I ever get sent there again, I'm gonna, like, live stream and stuff. That's what I'm gonna do. The winter season. It wouldn't be like the other times. How are they still oh, it's heading my way. The fuck, is this a white guy? Crazy. Food's getting delivered by a white guy, bro. What the fuck? That shit never happens. Must be desperate or something. It's literally like all ethnic minorities, bro. It's like, that's like 90+%. There's more than 90%. I don't think I've ever seen an English named white woman either. I don't think I've ever seen an English named white woman deliver Uber Eats. Maybe 1 or 2 times. Yo, stop pushing my car, bro. Bitch ass loser. He's fried now, deep fried. Quite fried. Kaboom. What was I saying? I can't even remember now. Oh, like, childhood stuff was cool. Something like that. Supernatural. MAGIC, something magical. Stupid ants, go away. When will they learn to leave my room alone? I've killed so many of them now, and they won't go away. I thought if you, like, crush them and smear it across the wall, they'll be like, oh, ant died here. Better run away. Better stay away from this place. No, it doesn't do anything. They keep coming. I've killed, like, more than 10, and they keep coming. Jesus Christ. I don't even like killing them. I just push them away, and I think if I push them away enough, they'll get the message to not be on my fucking wall, not be coming into my room. And then they don't. It's been like a week. It's been like 5 days. I push them off every day, over and over and over again. They don't learn. I kill them. They still keep coming. Why? I don't even know why they're in here. I don't know how to fix it. Is it just because it's warm in here? Is that it? Do they like the warmth or something? Jesus Christ. This is not an ant playground. This is my room, bro. Human lives here. Stay away. Um... There's been a definitely more of a push in the modern time, the contemporary, to like, um, it's more like segregationalist kind of narratives. Like, with people are like totally separate with separate culture and all this shit, as opposed to like more assimilated or super integratedness. I've found there's this kind of, because like I think American Dragon is like heavily like Chinese influenced to a degree, but also is like an American, right? And that is like it's like a synthesis or like a combination of both to a degree. Um, but if I think of like more modern stuff, like I don't know what it's called, it's like Abominable or something. That is like way more like they're mainly like Chinese or something, but they live in like the United States, I think. And it's a much like heavier like focus on the like the origin culture, I guess. It's not as much of a synthesis, in my opinion. That's my opinion. There's a lot more of like, let's showcase like, I don't want to say like segregated, but like kind of isolated. They're kind of like cut off to a degree. Like they're very much of their own like original culture, not very much of like blending the two. There's a lot of, it seems like there's a big emphasis on like staying with your original culture, and they don't blend it that much. It's weird. Like it's kind of like the difference between like Asian American, which is like a blending, as opposed to like Asian in America, which is like not a blending. It's like they speak English, but everything else they do is basically Chinese. You know, that's my opinion of like this abominable show, right? I think there was a movie as well, which is like I mean it's like cool, but it's also like we have to say it's not the same as what they used to be doing, which was showcasing like integration, like a synthesis of the two. Now there's a lot more focus on like being proud of like being really different, which is kind of I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why there's like synthesis, there's assimilation, which is where they have no distinctive home country culture, origin culture, and they're just basically another person in that place. I don't like that. I think that sucks because it's not interesting. Then there's synthesis. In the middle, there's like synthesis integration, where they have like aspects of both, and they like it like merges into a new thing. That's cool to me. And then they have like what's interesting but not really as cool is like it's kind of weird in a sense. Is like they're kind of like people from the origin country who might speak the new language, but every other aspect of their culture and like personality and stuff is essentially just from the country of origin. So it's kind of like it's almost the opposite of assimilating, except that they speak the new language. It's kind of weird. It gives me the impression of like they're less like Chinese American or whatever, more like Chinese in America, but they speak English. You know, it's weird. Like they went from um, synthesis, integration, taking parts of both and combining them and merging them and making something new to like this very sort of isolated and cut off culture where they're like separate. It's like separation. They're like separate, right? It's weird. Except that they speak English. Of course, they have to speak English because they live in it's an American show, right? I don't know, bro. It's like, hmm. I obviously favor the integrated approach. I just don't really understand why they put so much emphasis on like separation narratives now. You know, like are we developing sort of what do you call it? Are we developing sort of like um why is my mother at the door? Bro, there's no way that this is just one... This is not just one dosa, right? I didn't pay 20-something dollars. It's actually one dosa, bro. 20-something bucks for one dosa is crazy. That's actually crazy, bro. Holy shit. Holy shit, these prices. Holy shit. It's actually one dosa. I thought there might have been two in the picture. It's actually one. It is actually one. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit. God damn. Can't even get the tape off my phone. There's a picture with the, where is it? Commons. Here we go. There's a picture. Where is it? Here it is. Here we go. This is the one. This is kind of what the Abominable show gives off to me. There are like virtually no characters from anywhere else. It's literally just like their family. I think that's like the whole show. And their family is like, even the kids are like basically just Chinese, but to a lesser degree. But they're still like basically just Chinese in America, but they speak English. And they, I don't know, like, even the sport in the episode is basketball. What is the most popular sport in China? Basketball. Like, it's, it kind of gives off separationist to me. So, there is, integration. There is, yeah. What do we have? Integration, which is majority plus origin. You got segregation, which is origin but not majority. That's kind of what Abominable gives off to me. This is more like American Dragon. Or there's the psychiatrist I was talking about, where he's like the majority, but he's got none of his origin. And then marginality, maybe that's like me, where I don't fit into either. I don't fit into anything. I'm just on the margins, right? I don't fit in with my own country. And I'm not really able to fit into another one either. That's what makes me marginal. It's good though. I like the father in Life is Strange too. He seems really nice. My father is like a little bit like that on the surface, but he's like actually really strict underneath. It's like, it's fucked. Because you can't be honest with him and shit because of that. Because with the Life is Strange 2 father, wait, what's the main character's name? Okay, I can't even remember, bro. That's so bad. With that father, you can be honest with him because he's like actually accepting and open and stuff. My father is actually strict. He acts open and nice, but he's actually strict underneath. He can actually be really bad as well. He's only nice when you like doing what he... only nice when you like doing what he wants, basically. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe American Dragon was kind of assimilated, but I don't know. It seemed integrated. Everyone left. This used to have like 4 people in it. Let's try Vada Pav. Is it good? Is it good? We'll see. Bunch of like crunchy things on the bottom. What is on this, bro? Smells weird. That's tasty. Tasty, tasty. Quite spicy. It's quite spicy if you... I guess if you're white, that's quite spicy. If you're not used to spice. I can't really have spice either, but... It's quite like a burning hate. Why do Indians like spicy food so much, bro? It's weird. At least some of them. Well, I've tried it now, that's cool. I saw it in a documentary about Indian street food. Now I've had it before. I like the potato, it's nice and mushy. It's like a patty. Quite cool, quite cool. Wouldn't it be so interesting to visit India? It's cool, it's kind of like quite free. Quite poor, quite, I would say not very well managed, but you also can kind of do whatever you like there to a degree. But it's very easy to get, like, drugs. Any kind of drugs you want, you can get them there. That's interesting. It's the kind of place it is, apparently. I don't know what I was expecting. It's okay, it's not that good. There's this one we went to in Christchurch City, which is like in the center. It's called Mumbai Wallow. They had this, it's called Manchurian cauliflower or something. The first time I had it, it was like, holy shit, this is like one of the best things I've ever eaten. And the second time it wasn't as good. That's weird. Like, everything wasn't as good the second time. Yeah. I think we went there for my birthday or something. I don't know. I really cannot wait. Take me to United States. And from Bosnia, take me to America. Why is it called Bosnia and Herzegovina? Why don't they just call it Bosnia? I've never heard someone say, I'm from Herzegovina. Is anyone from Herzegovina? Oh, it's because it's a tiny little word at the bottom. Yeah, well, the other, this part's got like 6 times the population. Is that 6? 5, 500, 1000. Yeah, it is. 1.52, 2.53. It's 6 times the population. That was a simple day. Take me to the United States. Oh yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. Oh, it's called acculturation. It's about acculturation, right? Integration is when you got a mix of things. Assimilation is when everything becomes the same as one. Marginalization is you got two separate groups, and then segregation is you got marginalization is you got two separate groups where the other group isn't even a part of anything. And then segregation is you got two separate groups that are in the same thing, but they're separate from each other. This is what Abominable comes off to me as like segregationist. It's like, why is it? Aren't they in the United States? You can't even tell, really. I mean, you can because like they speak English, but the whole culture is just Chinese. It's so weird. It's like someone wanted to make a media about showcasing Chinese culture, but they set it in the United States and had them speak English for some reason. Why did they do that? I don't understand. I don't like talking shit because I actually like the show. Like, I actually like the show. Okay. I think it's a good show. I think it's cool. I like East Asian culture. But at the same time, it's like weird that they're not like well integrated. I don't mean assimilated. I don't mean that they become Americans and have no Chinese influence at all. I mean that they are like, they aren't like even a combination of things. They're still their own separate group away from the rest of society, basically. It's weird. Maybe I didn't watch enough episodes. I don't know. What else do I think is like that? A lot of ethnic minority communities in New Zealand are kind of like this. Like, even in my city, in Christchurch, most of the East Asians live in the same parts of the city and seemingly, like, spend a lot of time amongst themselves. Most of their friends, most East Asians seem to be friends with East Asians and not so much with other people. Which is weird, unless they're like assimilated, which is weird to me. You kind of either have, like, there's a lot of like segregation and then there's a lot of like assimilation. There's self-segregation as well. People, it's not like they're forced to not interact with other people, it's they choose to separate themselves from other groups, right? Self-segregation. This is what happens. This is what you have in my city. This exists. Separate from each other and live in different areas in large concentrations. You could argue that the suburb I live in and the one next to it are examples of white people self-segregating. Because these are like 90 something percent white, and that's not by accident. It's not by accident at all. These are suburbs that are seemingly white people choose to live here because it's full of other white people. And that's a very driving factor. Seriously, it really must be. It's 90 something percent. That means your chances of seeing someone who lives here in the area that isn't white is like, there's less than 1 in 10. It's less than 1 in 10. It could be less than 1 in 5, possibly. It's crazy, bro. As opposed to Rikiden, where it's like 50% Asian. And you say, how does that happen? Why aren't they evenly spread? Even the ethnic minorities, why aren't they like evenly spread across the city? Because they all choose to live in the same areas. That's why. Rural and urban, school segregation. Yeah, it's weird. Bro, whites, blacks, and Hispanics say that they like racially diverse neighborhoods. Do other groups not? Or did they only ask them? Does that mean that other groups didn't, or did they only ask these three groups? I don't know. Go away, ants. Fuck off. Get off. Get out of my room. See, now you've died. That didn't have to happen. Fucking hell. Fucking dies as I push it away. I don't like killing animals. Why do they have to come into my room and go onto my desk and shit though? Enclaves. That's a good time. That's fucking crazy, bro. Different ethnic groups live parallel lives to each other, and the city is largely ethnically and religiously self-segregated. What the fuck? Proportion stating all white. Jesus Christ. How does this happen? Because when you have freedom of movement, people will just move to the area where other people that are like some regards similar to them are. How do you even manage, bro? Wouldn't there be conflicts and shit? Hmm. What's the opposite of this? What does this mean? Fucking hell, what's happening? Jesus Christ, what's happening to my computer, bro? Too spicy, too spicy. Da 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 da. I'm too spicy, I'm too spicy. There are some people in New Zealand who, like, don't speak English, for example, which is, like, really weird. It's, like, especially a lot of, like, older people from ethnic minorities. They get here, like, on their children's visas or something, and then they don't speak English. It's so weird. And they'll, like, become citizens, but they don't speak English, or maybe they're permanent residents, I don't know. But they have, like, no English fluency. This is, like, a big thing in, like, Indian communities. Like, they'll bring their parents over after they get, like, work established and all of this. And this is something that the government, like, agrees with. It's like, why do we do this? Why do we do this shit? Won't they need healthcare and stuff? Won't they need to, like, use the public system for healthcare? Why are we bringing over, like, foreign people's parents who won't work and won't actually provide anything to society? You know, why are we doing that? Why is that a thing? Why is that a policy? I don't understand. It just seems really stupid to me. This is like how they sweeten the deal of trying to get these foreigners to come to the country is by having them bring with them, say, oh, you can bring your parents. Because they all care about their parents so much and they want to get these workers to, like, stay in the country for a long period of time. So they say, oh, you can bring your parents, you can take care of your parents. What happens when they get sick? Which, you know, tends to happen to old people as they get sick. Do these people get to claim the pension? Or how do they live? Do their children subsidize their lives or something? How does that work? That seems kind of stupid to me. Like, why do we let this happen? And then they don't learn the language. It's fucking weird. Really fucking weird. Like, how do they manage to bring them along? How's this allowed? Right? By any other qualification metric, elderly people who don't speak English shouldn't be allowed to move here, because unless they have a lot of money, they're not going to be contributing anything to the country. They're just going to be taxing it. We don't need more taxes. You know, we don't need more, like, people who will cost the country a lot, who aren't actually citizens. We don't need to be making more citizens out of people who will cost the country a lot. That's what they do with, like, they literally won't let people they literally won't let people with, like, autism emigrate here because they say, oh, well, they will cost the country too much, right? But they let these foreigners bring their elderly parents to the country. I don't understand. I don't understand why they do that. Why do they do that? Why do they do that? Like, the person getting a job, sure, of course, that's the point. The child, maybe. Possibly, I mean, you can't really rule against that. I guess it's their child. Their partner, and then it's like, I don't know. How do they decide whether or not they allow the partner to come here? How does that work? Because, like, what if the partner doesn't have a job? What if the partner doesn't have a job in New Zealand? What if they're not qualified to do something that the country actually needs, right? What are we bringing them here for then? What are we letting them in for? Oh, because otherwise the person will get upset and they'll leave and then they'll go back to the home country. Yeah, well, they'll get paid less if they do that, right? Why is so much of Indians is like foreign Indians is English so bad, bro? Like they barely speak it, and they think they do. That's the worst part. They think they speak the language, and then you listen to them talk, and it's like super broken. A lot of these, a lot of these Indian foreigners, people who haven't grown up here at least, people who've grown up here tend to speak perfect English. Some of them speak perfect English or good enough English regardless. But like there's a whole nother section of them and it's like they can barely string a sentence together. It's crazy. Shouldn't that be a requirement, like on the fucking visa, that they can speak the language of the country that they're moving to? Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? What are we doing? They have to financially support them, okay. This is so boring, bro. I don't care. Why do I care? I don't care. Wish I had foreign friends though. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Looks like I got another notification on Discord. What is it now? What can it be now? What can it be now? It'd be so much easier if I didn't hate my country so much. If there was stuff to like about it, you know what I mean? Go away, ants. I fucking hate my culture, bro. I really hate it. Really hate my country, bro. Yeah, why am I marginalized? Because I don't like the culture I'm supposed to like, that I've grown up in, that is the majority culture of my country. And, I don't have another one to fit into. Bro, can we not fucking lag, please? Holy shit. Just let me... Oh my god, bro. I feel like shit, my head hurts. Get off. Stop making my bar disappear. I hate living in a white majority area. What's basically white supremacist area, bro? Kashmir is like the white supremacist area. It's people who don't interact with anyone else. You know, my brother has like 10 friends. right? Because he went to um, like, and they're all people from this area, and not a single one of them is non-white. Not a single one of them, right? Our country is like only 3/4 white. It's actually less than 3/4 white. It's like 2/3. So out of 10, what is that? It's 3.3, isn't it? So he should, out of 10, like 10 friends, he should have 3, at least 3. He's got none, because the area of this city is 90 something percent white. He's got like 10 friends and not even one of them is, is non-white. It's absurd. I get the impression that white people around here don't really like non-whites as well. That's the kind of impression that I have. Unless they're like performing a role or like give the impression that they're assimilated. So they're like racist, but they don't say it. They are racist, but they don't say it, right? Yeah, I'm racist against them. I don't like whites very much. Piss me off all the time. Godfather and those like Italian mob, they're kind of like semi-integrated, semi-segregated, right? Yeah, it's interesting. I'm marginalized. I don't even have a culture, bro. I don't even have one. I hate my own. And I got nothing to replace it with. My culture is like realism. You could call me white, because I am white, but um, yeah, I don't really fit into the general categories there. I don't like New Zealand culture. I don't like it at all. I hate this place. I really hate this place. I don't really support my country very much. I kind of don't want to see it do better. Like, obviously, I'd like it to because I live here, but at the same time, if I lived somewhere else, I wouldn't mind if this place fell apart. I think they kind of deserve it. They're not good people, bro. Seriously. I've seen what they're like. I know what they're like. They don't deserve success. These are bad people who act nice for the cameras and shit, and they're nice superficially to like foreigners and all this. But when it comes to like how they actually are around others that they see as like them but different, they're fucking awful, right? Terrible people. They're not open, they don't value a lack of conformity. They actually push conformity on their own people massively. It's terrible. Like, you give me a white New Zealander, I can tell you with a greater than 50% accuracy, I can infer what they'll be like, what they will be like. Sometimes you can tell just by looking at someone, right? It's not 100% accurate, but it's probably at least 50%. It's at least 1 and 2, which is pretty good. You know, if you said, hey, this thing has about a coin flip accuracy, you'd say, hey, that's not bad odds. Well, it's not bad odds. Because this is a very conformist society. when it comes to white people, they tend to follow the social norms closely. I hate it. I hate it so much. This place is a paradise for a certain kind of people that likes that culture, and it's fucking hell for anyone else. Literally, it's fucking hell for anyone else. I wonder why do the Asians self-segregate? Why do they do that? Maybe because white people are fucking insufferable, bro. Maybe because they suck. Maybe because they're terrible to interact with and they're racist. Why are they racist? Because they think they're superior. They don't like other groups for being different. I think racism is bad. Like, racism isn't even, it's not even always that personal. It's like based on generalizations that may or may not be true. When it comes to like people they know, who they know are different and they don't like them for it, it's extremely personal. That's how they are with people like me. They're very personal. Constant personal attacks. They treat you like you're a fucking joke, and that's like the best of it. Otherwise, they'd be like, actually, like, you know, they will shit talk you constantly. Constantly, constantly, constantly. Every fucking social group I get into, where it's mainly white New Zealanders, they don't take me seriously. They shit talk me a lot, etc., etc. And I mean white as in like they're born here and they're like British origin, right? The only times that this doesn't happen is when the leadership or the majority of the members of the group aren't of this ethnicity and background, basically. Culture, right? Only when they're not of this culture is it different. Worst thing I think of this girl I used to like who was from overseas is that she becomes just like another New Zealander, bro. That would be like the worst thing I can imagine, bro. Well, not the worst. I mean, the worst would be like if she died or something, like if she killed herself or. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it would be fucking awful if she became like she assimilated, basically, or even heavily integrated. Would be like fucking terrible from my perspective. It's like, yeah. Sometimes you think like, oh, they're gonna like save me or something, or we're gonna like find our way out together, and then turns out actually they like the culture here. They actually like it. They actually think it's good, like it's a positive thing, and they think you're wrong. And they start believing all the fantasies and fictions that people here say about people like me. People here believe about people like me. That's what they do. And they just become like another one of everyone else. I kind of feel like she's like that. Because I think she has like New Zealand friends now. She'll probably just assimilate, I don't know. Either I'm like not Asian enough I'm too white. Or I'm not white enough. I don't know what it is. It's one of the two, isn't it? It's one of them. And I don't know what it is. I'm not white enough for white girls, I know that. I know that well. I know that very well. Obviously. Too Asian for whites, too white for Asians. This is how it is, bro. That's the dilemma. That's the thing I'm caught in. Too white for Asians, so I got no Asian friends. Too Asian for whites, so they shit talk me all the time. It's not necessarily just too Asian, but you know what I mean. It's like basically just not white. Not the ideal white person, in a sense. Or like, well, it's kind of like if you take Asian and white as like polar opposites, if you did that, it's kind of like that I'm like the opposite of a lot of ideal white traits, despite being white, and people hate me for it. But then some things I do follow, and then like East Asians hate me for being white. So, you know, there it is. I got no friends because I'm on the margins of everything. Can't fit into East Asian culture because I'm too white. Can't fit into white culture because I'm too East Asian. Style, whatever that means. I know what I mean, but I don't want to like too far generalize a group that I'm not a part of, you know what I mean? So when I say, because like I feel like I like East Asian culture, and I feel like the people are similar, but then they don't like me because I think like they want me to be white or something. They're like, oh, why aren't you just like everyone else? Or like they think they're like that you're like them, but then you make a mistake to them in their eyes by doing something in a white way or whatever, like having certain values or something. Like like I don't care about my parents, for example. I don't like my parents, and I'm not gonna like take care of them and shit. Just like fuck them, right? That's like a terrible thing to say in East Asian culture. You're supposed to respect your parents and respect your elders. Fuck that shit. I think that's bullshit. That's a white thing to say. That's a white people culture, right? Why do they slave themselves to their parents? Do their parents even like them? And the like indirectness and the lack of honesty, it's like I don't like that either. Um, just be open and honest. Seriously, why can't people do that? Even via text, it's like you can't even do it via text. This girl ignores me because she doesn't want to lose face or something. The whole shame culture, right? And the like face and all of that. It's too tiring for me. I don't have the energy for it. I just don't care. But if you don't do it, they're like, we can't trust you. Because they care about that stuff, right? They care about the reputation really badly. That's important to East Asians. It's not important to me, though. I don't care about my reputation. It's like destroyed already. See what I mean? Like, I'm too white for East Asians. And too not white slash East Asian for whites. A lot of East Asian people are quite shy. So am I. Um, White people hate me for it. They literally fucking hate me for it. I get so much shit, and I have throughout my entire life. I've got so much shit for being shy and quiet when I'm around other people. It's like every fucking person says this shit. Every fucking white person says the same shit over and over and over and over again. It's insane. Why are you so quiet? You should speak up more. You're so shy. You need more confidence. Why are you so unconfident? I've heard this my entire life so many times I can't even count. It's fucking bullshit. Do you know who's never said that to me? East Asian people who aren't assimilated. They've never said that to me because it's not a problem for them. It actually makes me want to talk to them when they like accept me for who I am. Nobody else does. Get rejected by my own group for being different. That's what this shit is like. They reject me over and over and over again. Treat me like I'm a fucking joke. I think it's funny. They make fun of how I've gotten sick because they think I deserve it for being a different person. There's nobody there for me, bro. Nobody's there for me. Got nobody to be friends with, bro. It's fucking shit. Bro, white people have been like this to me my whole life, by the way. My whole life, they've been like, we don't like you because you're different to us. Also, you're like inferior. If you don't change who you are, you're like inferior. That's been said to me my whole fucking life, bro. My whole fucking life I've had to deal with that shit. They don't respect you at all. Nobody does. And other people who are like me, I see it happen to them. Right? It happens to them as well. Just for being different. I wish I met this girl earlier, bro. I really do. Things could have been so different. Everyone's hostile. I got no friends. So for toxic people. Toxic people who just want to take advantage of you. Can't remember what I was opening my phone for. Alright. Respond to this idiot. This guy's... he's an idiot. He's a total idiot. He didn't respond to my last message, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. think I'm gonna go for a walk. God, I fucking hate this place. Fucking hell, how am I stuck? There's literally no way out. Jesus Christ. I don't like it. I don't like whites, bro. Those suck. And I do tend to like East Asians somewhat. I'd like to like at least try relationships, you know, friendships and whatever, but they don't even give me the opportunity because they don't like me. It's like I don't even get a chance. The only chances I've had with people have been people I knew like personally. Because we interacted a lot frequently in person. Like, how am I supposed to make that happen elsewhere? It's not going to. Stupid ass life. Stuck in this stupid fucking white suburb. There's nobody else here. The dairy, people who manage the dairy are Indian. It's not like I'm chatting to them about stuff. I don't think I have much in common with Indians anyway. I think we're different. Still, I feel like there's still more potential for that. I feel like even Indian South Asian people would like me more than whites. Possibly. White people like actively talk shit about me, bro. Like they think I'm a joke. They think I'm like, it's like I'm like super inferior to them, right? That's what they think. This is the reason why I'm like under the like why they've given me a mental health diagnosis and all this shit. They literally think I'm inferior, and they've given me a medical diagnosis to reinforce this idea that I'm like inferior to these people. that I am like biologically inferior, mentally, culturally, socially, in every way inferior. I have to be, apparently, because otherwise it makes them uncomfortable. They have to correct this sense that they have, this discomfort, by labeling someone as like inherently lesser than, less than. The label justifies the less than, you know, the less than like idea that they have about these people like me. Justifies it to them. They can say, oh yeah, you are like that. You are less than us. You are worse than us. You are inferior to us. That's the point. That's the point that they push over and over and over again. Someone like them is superior. Someone who is not like them might be neutral. Someone who is the opposite of them is inferior. That's why I get diagnosed with mental illness in this country, which wouldn't have happened elsewhere. I guarantee it. It wouldn't have happened elsewhere. Right? Wouldn't have occurred. Absolutely not. They do absolutely not at all bother to consider anything. The reason you'll never escape it is because it's tied to the people of the country and tied to their culture. That's why I'll never get away from it. That's why it doesn't matter how many times you get it reviewed, who you get it reviewed by. They all follow the same culture because they come from the same people, and we live in the same country where that culture is the dominant majority and it dominates everything else. Right? The psychiatrists and stuff literally just lie all the time, and nobody bothers to check them because whatever the psychiatrist says must be true. That's the basis that they operate on. It must be true because the psychiatrist says it is. They lie constantly. Every time they put up a report and give it to the judge, it's full of lies. It's full of lies. And the lawyer you have doesn't even argue against them. They don't even bother. They tell you to be quiet, and then they don't even argue against all these lies that the psychiatrist has said. Because they don't want to, and they're free. You're not paying them, so they don't bother. It's totally fucking corrupt. The whole system is just set up to perpetuate itself. The whole system is just set up to continue the same way it is. If people think this, if the majority of people think something is true, such as you are inferior, it will express itself through all of the state's systems. All of the people you meet from the same group will treat you the same way, and the government will treat you the same way. The bureaucracy will treat you the same way. They're all the same. It's all the same. It's literally all the same. Everywhere. That's how this place is. This is like a fascist country. It's just below the surface. It's not obvious to people who don't understand it or haven't dealt with it. That's what these places are like, bro. How does this shit happen? How does this shit happen? How does this even happen? Because they're fucking fascists. Because they're fucking fascists who think that their group of people with their culture and their race is inherently superior to everyone else, and that anyone who is not like that is inferior, and people who are the opposite of it are extremely inferior and should be crushed and killed. That's what they believe, that people who are inferior to them, who are the opposite of their culture, should be made to suffer. That's what they believe. That you should have to suffer for being different. And they'll make you suffer, and they will reinforce the suffering and say, oh, you deserve it. When something bad happens to you, they say, you deserve it. Right? They blame you for literally everything, even when it is extremely obvious that it is largely their fault. They still blame you. They can't even take accountability for their actions, for the harm that they've done. They don't even care. They don't care at all. I hate this fucking place. I wish it would be destroyed. It should be destroyed. The people here should be eradicated and replaced with a foreign population. Anyway, I'm gonna get off now and do something else for a little bit.